How does a drip coffee maker work? Best idea 2022, drinks ever. Today we will discuss how does a drip coffee maker work? Many brands allow us to use a drip coffee maker, so we do not need to make it manually. Here is a complete guide on how a drip coffee maker works. Coffee is used almost everywhere in the world. To save time, people prefer to use a coffee maker. The drip coffee maker was initially invented in 1950. Many changes have been made in the mechanism so far. The essential components of a coffee maker are a tank. The water is heater in the tank that is a heating tube, and it slowly pours down onto the coffee grains. Step-by-step description of how does a drip coffee maker work. Let us see how a coffee maker works. A drip coffee maker is a system that automatically makes your coffee. In this procedure, you pour water into the heating tube of the drip coffee maker. When the water is heating, it drops down onto the coffee grains. Reservoir. A reservoir is a cup in the coffee machine that holds the water that anyone can use later to make coffee. The water is filtering in the reservoir. At the start of the espresso making cycle, while you pour it into the pot, a reservoir may hold the water. Heating tube. A pump is using to pump water to the heating tube. The heating element then heats the water for the coffee. If the water level is not up to the mark, the heating element will not provide electricity. Properly heating element. When you start the coffee machine, make sure it is heating properly. Generally, working with a pour-over coffee maker involves a manual process. In a kettle, you can heat the water. One can change the temperature of the water in the kettle. The function of the heating element. There are two functions of the heating element of a coffee machine. The first function of the heating element is to warm the water for the making of the coffee. Inside a coffee maker. When you open a coffee maker, you will find the following things. Firstly, you will notice a reservoir inside the coffee maker. As discussed earlier, this reservoir stores water in it for later use. Next, a shower head is also a part of the coffee maker. In this shower head, the hot water drops, and it falls onto the coffee grounds. There is an orange-colored tube in the coffee maker. The base of the coffee maker to the left side heating element is placed. The heating element is further divided into two parts. The mechanism of the resistive part is designed in a way that it is a coiled wire. How does a coffee maker pump water? The working of the pump in the coffee maker is simple. When we pour cold water into the reservoir, it passes to the orange tube. Are drip coffee makers good? There are different opinions on whether the drip coffee makers are good. Generally, drip coffee machines are easy to use and less expensive. They have many features like adjusting the water levels and maintaining the water temperature. The drip coffee machines can give you almost 12 cups at a time if required. Drip coffee makers are not counted in for cold coffee at times. We have learned how does a drip coffee maker work? A pour-over coffee maker or drip coffee maker is a straightforward machine that helps us make coffee automatically and serves a total of 11 to 12 cups at a time. The pour-over coffee maker has a total of 3 to 4 parts. These include a reservoir, a pump, a heating element, and a white tube. When the water is boiled, it pours down to the coffee ground.